What's up, guys? This is Titan Lifestyle. It's Friday once again. The week went by quick. With John, brother from another mother, every Tuesday. Guys? Check him out.
My man.
Every Friday, check us out. Yeah, it's Titan Lifestyle, 2 p.m. Every week we do this. We got Therapy of the Week. We got topics. Q&A, my favorite part, so put your thinking caps on. Or I guess we'll put our thinking caps on.
Yeah.
And our Titan events and Therapy of the Week, always. Specials every week here at Titan.
Yes. Obviously, this week we've got a new bad boy in the block, too, so it's exciting. It's exciting. So
every week, almost.
Every week we've been, there's just so much new stuff that's just hitting, guys, as far as therapy-wise, that we will be launching new therapies, I think, more than we ever have, in such a short time period. So super cool. If you guys don't know what Titan Medical Center can do, preventive anti-aging medicine nationwide, hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers, peptides, nationwide blood work, and a lot more. Call or text 727-389-3220. All right, so I guess Therapy of the Week, we'll talk about it as people start coming in here, hopefully. So Sloop 332, that is the new bad boy on the block. And, people ask me, well, what does Sloop 332 do? It's an oral therapy. It comes in a capsule, so there's no injection that's needed on this. You're supposed to take it 2 times a day. And at that point, what does it do? So what it does is it actually tricks your metabolism to kick into exercise mode. So literally, thermogenesis starts happening. Your body starts revving up, and you're not even doing any activity. Super cool, right? It's not going to put muscle on you, so don't think, I'm going to take this, I'm just going to get jacked. It's not going to do this. But this is a great tool. Other benefits with this, improved metabolic health, right? I talk about the metabolism going. Enhanced muscle function. That's another big one. Better insulin sensitivity and potentially organ protection. So a lot of good potential benefits with this. I've been taking it myself now for like 2 weeks. And I've got patients on it, so the patients have given us great feedback on it. And some of the patients have been paired up with GLP-1s. So it's worked very well for them and expedited results for them as far as weight loss goes. So
that's so you could take it with like a semaglutide?
Yeah, you could take it with any of the GLP-1s. You could take it with any therapy here pretty much. But weight loss in conjunction, great. By itself, awesome. But if you combine it with something like that, it's going to be super powerful.
So if it's mimicking the body, like mimicking exercise, like basically signaling to your brain that you're exercising.
Right.
What happens if you exercise with it? You're going to get a double.
Even better.
So even people that don't like to exercise, say if they go for a walk around the neighborhood on this,
sure,
it's going to be the equivalent of them really putting in some serious work in the gym then.
Absolutely. Yeah. You should get expedited results if you utilize it as that tool. And that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
That's the way you get real good results. If you want okay results, then you don't do anything, right? And if you lose a couple pounds, that's great. Even because you haven't changed your lifestyle, you're eating like crap, you're not exercising, all these bad things going against you, and you're still making progress. That can happen, right? But we don't want that, right? The whole point of doing this is to get optimal results, to feel better.
Yeah, I'm thinking more so if you're out there, you're working out, you're eating healthy, you're trying to lose weight, you're doing everything right, and then you get injured.
Yeah.
So now you're screwed. You can't. Now you're like, man, everything was. I hear this all the time. I was doing so good. I'm getting ready for this. I got injured. Now they can't work out. So something like this would be perfect.
Yeah.
Like some BPC 157 with this.
Yep. To
help the injury with the whatever type of injury you have, and to make sure you're still burning because you can't go for a run. You can't lift the weights. So you could diet and take this, and it's like okay, you don't have to worry about losing the what's the word I'm looking for? Losing the transformation process.
Yeah,
the
progress.
If you get injured halfway through and you've been working out, losing all this weight, now you're like, man, now I'm gonna gain this weight again.
Yeah.
Now you got this.
Yes.
You can take this while you're getting better. Then once you get better, you can go back to working out. So I look at it as from a different angle almost.
Yeah,
it'd be perfect for someone who's losing weight and gets injured.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys don't get injured, right?
Yeah.
But that's the main thing. Don't get injured. Even if you think I'm not going to get as much progress. Well, you'll get more progress being uninjured than you will being injured. So right, just
and then with the organ protection too. So
for the potential organ protection, and better insulin sensitivity. That means helping with the way that your body functions. There, it's a big one too. Diabetes is a bad thing right now, and it's everywhere.
Yeah, especially with kids.
I mean, even young, yeah. I mean, kids. I mean, the numbers are staggering.
With the cancers and diabetes with kids, it's like
You
I
know?
don't even think kids had these problems like when I was a kid.
They didn't.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it is now.
I've never heard of a kid my age saying I'm a diabetic.
Yeah.
They actually no. There was a few diabetics.
You might
because
have.
I remember when I was a kid, like a summer camp. This kid, he was taking a shot in his leg, and I was like, "What is that?" It was freaking me out.
Yeah.
At the time, I didn't know what it was. So obviously, he was a
Yeah.
diabetic.
Yeah.
But I mean,
my cousin was
everything now.
born type 1 diabetic.
Yeah.
So at that point, and she has a pump and the whole nine. So, I know what that looks like too. So, I mean, she didn't have a choice. It wasn't like she ate a whole bunch of bad food and she became diabetic.
Yeah.
So,
but that's like born with something. That's different.
Well,
that's
no,
almost like nowadays kids are turning themselves.
No,
into that.
absolutely. Absolutely.
They'll be 8 years old and healthy. The next thing you know, they're 14 and diabetic and 50 pounds overweight, like with ADHD and all these other so-called issues.
I mean,
They've been eating chemicals their whole life, and what's going to happen to their brain?
Well, just like we were talking about before, like just sugar levels and what you should be intaking daily.
I haven't had any sugar since last time.
Right? I mean, you start looking at things, you're like, oh man, like, holy,
That was
I'm eating this much sugar?
That was an eye-opener. It's crazy because I feel better. I feel leaner. Even the
Yeah.
honey. I got like this big thing of honey. There was like half left. I haven't even touched the honey.
Really?
I'm so paranoid of this sugar thing. The only sugar I've had is like berries, like my mixed berries in my shake, like oatmeal. That's it. Like ever since I have that number in my head, 30 grams, I'm like, what? That's like one banana a day.
30 grams.
Yeah.
That's something. I mean,
I needed to hear it.
Girls is less.
I needed to hear it.
So I mean, I see some of the girls and stuff like that, like drinking a Red Bull. I'm like, man, well, look at the sugar. And there's a non-sugar brand.
Yeah.
But I'm like, look at the sugar brand. I'm like, man, you got your daily right there, or even more.
I never understood, like, with the Red Bull thing, especially, like, clubs and bars, they're always Red Bull.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other energy drinks now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of energy drinks, but there's better ones that have no sugar, no dyes, cleaner.
Yeah.
But for some reason, just Red Bull. Like, they literally have the bars and the clubs
It
on
was
lock.
the originator. That's why.
It
Red
tastes
Bull
like
is the
crap.
same one.
Like, it literally tastes like crap. It doesn't taste good at all. Like, even the other ones taste weird. Like, why not just use, like,
I'll tell you
we're
what.
going to get a Titan energy drink.
I'll tell you what, man. I used to love Red Bull. I used to drink Red Bull, like solo. I used to go through with my job per day when I was doing. I drank 4 cans easy.
A day.
A day.
And the small cans are 80 milligrams.
Yes.
The bigger ones are like 120.
Yeah. And then when the bigger cans came, I got some of those.
Yeah.
And then when I would go out, go out and I'd go drinking, I'd be drinking Crown Royal and Red Bull.
Yeah.
And man, it's just not good. I mean, obviously, listen, I got to a point where I was drinking so much Red Bull, I was like, this can't be good for me.
And I see a lot of people have problems. Like a lot of people have been drinking long term. Like they're all the energies are they're pretty much all like chemicals.
Yeah.
But that's like the worst of the worst. Like, you ever seen the videos how they use it to clean stuff?
I do.
Someone said if you pour Red Bull into a drug test, it'll come up methamphetamines will come up. I don't know if it's true, but hey,
Because that would be the same like you metabolize it. Like, there's certain things that you can metabolize.
Yeah.
Like poppy seeds, where you can come up positive for like THC or some other different things as far as that goes.
That was the one back in the day. It was like, oh, tell me you had a poppy seed bagel.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, okay.
Oh, man. But it's super crazy. It's just super crazy. But, as we get this information, I mean, information is key and it's knowledge. And at that point, like, the more data and information you have, the better decision you can make about your health and do all these great things. So, cool. Super cool. So, you want to start off with your topic? You want me to start
we could
with
jump in one of my
topics?
topics. Every week, we usually me and John pick a topic out, usually health, fitness related, but it could be anything. Mine this week is the FDA. Everybody's hearing about the FDA. The people are saying there's no more FDA. It's going to be shut down. A lot of stuff going on. So basically, my topic is the FDA halts food safety inspections after jobs purge. So FDA, Food and Drug Administration, their job is to basically just make sure the food is safe. They do inspections, kind of like they do at a restaurant. You go in, they check everything. They check the food. They check how the food is made, the processing, the labs. They check everything, inspect it. They got rid of 20,000 of their employees because the economy is just screwed, and we're trying to save money any way we can. Trump's trying to slash $40 billion from the agency, so taking away those 20,000 jobs is helping with that. So now they're not going to do any type of testing until September 30th.
No, I think they were going to outsource it or something like that.
So basically what they're going to do is they're going to have other people do it, which is going to cost more money. That's the reason why they cut all the people. So they're cutting all these jobs and saving all this money, but they're still going to have to spend money. And what happens is now they're going to spend money on cheap testing or lower quality testing, I guess, and it's not going to be as often. So normally if they test like once a year or once every 2 years, now they may test randomly test every once and so often. So, I mean, it's bad. They check for contamination. They check for pathogens, all that stuff. So they're taking that away. It's bad enough that the food has so much chemicals and bad stuff in it, but now we're not even going to regulate the process of how it's manufactured, and it's going to get worse and worse. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
you have to literally grow your own food nowadays.
I'm anxious, because at that point, I don't think the FDA I don't think they were doing a great job at catching things that were in our food, to be honest with you, or even pathogens. I think the only way that they even found out about it is a breakout happens. Yeah. And then then they get alerted by a hospital or a medical facility, and at that point they come out and it looks like a listeria breakout, and then they start tracking down, what did you eat, where did you get it from, and they started playing that re-engineering side of things and going back and trying to trace the steps. I think we need to be more proactive in testing food. I think right now the current administration with RFK and the way that he's going with these guys is that he wants all the food testing. That's what they're doing right now. He wants to eliminate all the bad chemicals in food, all the food dyes. And I think that's what we need to do for sure.
That would make this.
We need to do it because the food facilities, and I don't know if you know this, Drew, they all had GRAS status, generally regarded as safe. That is generally regarded as safe, right? So at that point, they could produce a food and produce a new chemical with the food. If they thought it was okay, then they would give themselves GRAS status. And they would tell the FDA, well, this is GRAS, no problems, you don't need to come check it. So that's how a lot of these different things were going down. Now RFK took it back and said, we're going to say if it's a GRAS status, and you have to prove that it has GRAS status, and it's generally regarded as safe.
Yeah, it's kind of like being self-proclaimed.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's
like when people have a product and they make their own reviews saying
it's
that
a
the
conflict
product
of
is
interest.
Great.
Right?
If I'm online and I'm selling a specific meat,
and
then I just hire people to go on there and write great reviews about my meat.
No, it's so true, man. It's nuts how that works and the whole thing, but hopefully it'll get straightened out. Nobody wants to have bad food sources or bad food supplies. So, we'll see how this all goes. And then the whole, plan for us to basically grow our own food here again would be a great thing, I think.
I know all the farmers. Florida's a little bit of a farm state, but I know big farm states like Wyoming and Texas and, Nebraska and South Dakota, those big rural. They're probably going to make a killing.
Oh, they're going to kill it.
Have people that have good bison or good steak or quality seeded vegetables and fruits. That's crazy.
That's going to be.
My biggest thing with the whole food thing is every time someone says, "Oh, we found this chemical in the food," that's the same chemical that they use in wood dye or cleaning or bleach.
Right.
All they do is say, "Yeah."
Right.
When is it going to be addressed? When are we going to say this is the reason why we put a poisonous substance in the food? They can never address it. It'd be one thing if they said, "Oh, we put this in there because it bonds the food or preserves," but some of the stuff in there has no purpose other than to poison you. I could see if it's it might be a filler, it might be something to preserve it, it might be something for the coloring or whatever, but certain stuff it has nothing. Why are they putting it in there? It's to slowly trickle down, so 30 years from now you could have 20% people with 20 new diseases and have 20 new medications to sell these people.
Yeah,
it's
ridiculous.
It's like a slow approach.
It's
not good.
It's crazy how that works, and even talking about some of that, with the chemicals that are in foods. That's kind of what he's trying to do right now is eliminate some of these different things because you're right. There's some different things that are in these foods that we're eating, or a lot of, maybe not us, but a lot of people are eating every single day. From potato chips to even, I don't remember if you guys remember this, but a couple of years ago, Subway was put on the hot seat because their bread had a chemical that was in yoga mats.
That's what I'm saying.
So Publix still has that chemical in their bread today.
In the Publix subs?
Yes, it's in the bread. It's in the bread. So Subway actually changed it, and now they don't have that. It's been probably about 4 or 5 years. But it's crazy. Like, if people find out, and that's where we need the education of what's really going on with our food. Like, they need to be very transparent, the food companies do, so we, as the consumer, can make the right decision about what we want to do. And we're not blindsided or have the drapes pulled down over us, right?
All the research I've done, I've never seen a reason why. Like, even now, you say they've put stuff in there that was in yoga mats.
Yeah.
Why? Like, when we ask the people, why do you put that in there? We can never get a direct answer. So it's almost worse. It's almost like you're doing something wrong. You're trying to cause some type of illness or damage. But I just want to know, like, why? Like, why?
Yeah.
They can't even give us a reason why. It's almost like, well, if they can't give a reason why, then I'm definitely not going to eat it now.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I can see, like, like the red number 40s or blues, because, if you're eating something fruit punch or cherry, it gives it the red effect. Or if something's, blue raspberry, you put blue dye. That has a reason, because it's making a color. But when you put stuff in there that doesn't have any preservative, no coloring, no anything, just strictly poison, that's sneaky.
Yeah.
That's real sneaky.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. I mean, so how often you update your fitness routine?
I'd say that depends on the individual and depends on what your goals are.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is good to switch it up, though. You don't want to just go and do, bench press or bicep curls or squats every day.
Yep.
If you're trying to change the way your body looks in the mirror, I would say you should be switching it up. If you're not trying to change the way your body looks in the mirror, even if you're trying to get stronger, you want to get more weight, more reps. So, I think it always has to be changing. You can't just keep the same thing.
Yeah. I agree. And, I mean, I would even say, if you want to put a number on it, 8 weeks, do a routine for 8 weeks and then change it up.
Yeah.
I mean, but, like, when you're going in there, like, doesn't mean you can't change up what you're working out, like the exercise, I guess. I mean, to a certain extent, I guess you want to stay with the same routine, the same exercises, but you can change it up on certain weeks and go and throw an extra exercise in there and do a little something different just to add on to what you're doing.
Could also change the order, too. A lot of times when people go to the gym, they say if you're working chest, you're like, I may start with bench press, and I'm going to go dumbbells, and I'm going to go, do the reverse. So if you normally start with chest, finish with triceps, do your triceps routine. Like, if you normally start with rope, end with the rope. Just switch it up, like, somehow. I do that a lot, like, where I go into the gym and I say, okay, what am I going to train today? Tricep. Let me start with the rope. I'm like, nope. Let me start with some heavy close grip bench just to switch it up. Whenever I do it, it shocks my body a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, too. And you always usually want to work those big muscles first before the smaller ones. But sometimes, man, it's a change-up. I mean, so it's good. You want to keep shocking the body, and having a guess on what you're doing instead of just adapting to what you're doing and then plateauing. So it's great.
Another thing, too, is what you could do is you could also, like, whether you're flipping a coin or whether you make an app on your phone where you have, say if you're working, say, shoulders, you're doing 5 different exercises, you could literally just hit a thing where it just toggles them and tells you what you're going to do next. Kind of like a rapid fire where I'll ask John, hey, what am I doing next for chest? Dumbbell incline. Okay, boom. Because it just sets your mind off. And plus, it gives it a little bit more fun than going through the same routine all the time.
Yeah.
So sometimes if I'm live, I'll even ask people, hey, I'm hitting chest. I need something good for my triceps next. What do you got? And someone will say something or someone will write a DM, and I'm like, okay. It's kind of like having someone push you to do stuff you normally wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Like
Makes
the
it fun.
The awkward, painful stuff is how you're going to grow. Absolutely. Not joints being painful.
Right.
That's BPC. That's different. But, like, if it's awkward, if it's uncomfortable, like, that's what you need in order to stimulate that growth.
It's true.
People like, I hate doing those, and then you need to do them.
Yeah.
Like, If you love doing an exercise, it's good that you get a pump, but you gotta grind it out.
Absolutely, change it up for sure. Main personalities, I guess me and Big Drew.
You're looking
lifestyle.
at
Come on.
You're looking at the tight lifestyle.
What's
New medication for cholesterol.
Yeah, so, all right, so we can go get into my topic. And my topic is, it's not actually a medication. It's actually a gene editing shot, right? So we've been hearing about this more and more, and these big pharmaceutical companies, they're coming on some research in these labs, and basically at this point, they've tried this gene therapy already on patients. I believe it was 14. And with this, super cool results. Within the first month, it dropped their cholesterol in half.
Damn. Off one shot?
One shot.
Whoa.
Well, because it edits their genes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Fast though.
That fast. Yeah. It's in phase 1 trials.
Wow. They're
going to do another sample group now, and they're going to see with this sample group, and then the one previous. The one previous are going to say, all right, did the results last longer than a month, right? So was this just acute, like it just did it real quick, and is it going to bounce back to the bad number, or is it going to stay like this? So at this point, they're going to see how that works, and they're going to inject some more people, and then they're going to be on the path, and this sample group is just going to keep growing, and then time underneath this gene editing will tell us, hey, listen, this is a permanent effect, this is a short-term effect, or whatever it may be.
That's crazy. One shot. There's so many. It's almost like fascinating. There's so many different
It's so cool.
GLP-1s and the cholesterol. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. There's really no excuse.
Yeah.
There's so many options, and there's so many people that are out of shape or unhealthy or obese, or even if they're not obese, they're just unhealthy. Like I always talk about people being healthy, and sometimes it goes with weight gain, but there's people that are a healthy weight. They look healthy. You look at them, they look, he's in shape. But they're trash. Their cholesterol is bad. Their heart, their
kidneys are gone.
Their blood pressure's through the roof. Their estrogen's high. They have all these other issues. So it's like, it's not just about looking good. It's not just, people see tight and they see, people are in shape. Yeah. All the girls are in shape. All the guys are in shape. But, it's not just about looking good.
No, definitely not. Internal health.
There's a lot of people out there that are healthier than me that look like they didn't even work out.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. And that's not saying I'm unhealthy. That's just saying that you'll see someone and they may have no muscle, they may not just whatever, but they may have great cholesterol, great blood pressure, kidney function is good, heart rate is good, everything goes. You never know.
It's so true. It's definitely true. I mean, I think it's wear and tear too for us over the age, over the years too as well. That starts breaking down the body a little bit. The body is meant to break down.
Especially all this wear and tear on these weights, all these years.
That's what it is. I mean, it keeps you young, and it kind of, it kind of deteriorates you too at the same point, right? So, I mean, it's a good thing. They obviously have many studies saying if you're active 3 to 4 days, you'll live longer than not being. Okay, so that's a positive.
Christian,
what are some natural ways to boost testosterone?
You can call 727
389 3220.
There are no natural ways to boost your testosterone to an optimal level.
Yeah.
And I will say to an optimal level, this is I'm not going to say it's in my opinion. I think it's in my opinion, but I think it's a fact. So
it's a fact.
I would say that there are no ways to boost it to an optimal level. You could boost it from 13 to 14.
Right.
I mean, just for numbers' sake, but that is not going to reflect anything. So all these advertisements you see in these magazines, or some random pill or some random capsule, or I've even seen a liquid booster. They had it like in a little testosterone booster shot. I don't know what it was. But, I mean, you could drink that whole bottle. I would never advise anybody to, but it's not going to change your blood work the way it should.
Honestly, I see more people that try those natural testosterone boosters from a big box vitamin store, and their estrogen's through the roof when they do blood tests. Their testosterone hasn't rose. So you're getting a real negative effect at that point. I mean,
and they're spending so much. I've seen people spend more on natural test boosters because they think automatically they can buy it from the store. They'll take it'll say take 2, and they'll take 10. It'll say take 2 capsules 3 times a day or something like that.
Yeah.
We don't have anything where you got to take that many capsules a day.
Definitely
we don't have anything. ECA, 1 cap a day.
Yeah.
MK, 1 cap a day. Enclomiphene, 1. We don't have stuff where you have to take handfuls.
Yeah.
But over there, it'll say take 2, 3 times a day. So I know someone take 10, 3 times a day. And you're going through so many, you're buying all these bottles. It's cheaper to get HRT.
Of course.
I mean, you're spending $80 for a garbage little bottle like this. And you get 5 bottles. And you go through those 5 bottles in a month or 2. You spent $400 on something that's not even working.
That's the problem.
For less than that, you come over here and have someone coach you and see your blood working and have real testosterone.
I mean,
you're not going to be pissing it out. You're not going to be excreting it because it's oral. So that's a whole other thing. When you take an oral testosterone, you don't know how I need to drink my water because I'm going to lose weight. Now you're just flushing everything out. Right. So it's it's a mess, Christian. It's a mess. Go HRT.
I would definitely go with testosterone. Even
even if you have to start with enclomiphene.
Yeah, I mean that's more of a natural way if you want to say it, I guess. But at that point, listen, there's nothing out there on the market that's going to raise your testosterone levels, and usually even with the pills that you're going to take 3 times a day, you're putting more burden on the liver and the kidneys too as well in taking some of these different things. So, it's just a lot better. And if you're looking to boost your testosterone, especially to optimal levels and not maybe 50 or 100 points, you take testosterone, right? And if for anybody that's scared out there about testosterone, I mean, there's more information about testosterone than ever. The FDA just came out, the DEA, and basically took off the black box. It's a black negative box that's on like cigarettes, which says it causes cancer. Well, on testosterone, it said it would cause like a major cardiac event, stroke, heart attack, and death. And that is finally off of the box.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. And it was quietly taken off the box. It wasn't like something was publicized and everybody was like, oh, it made national news. If you don't read the news every day, it was probably buried in some of these different articles that you may have not seen. So at that point, it is a fact, though. So at that point, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Everybody to this point thought, oh, if you take testosterone, you're going to have a heart attack, right? You're going to have some cardiovascular event or something's going to happen to you. And that's just not true.
I think that's just like misinformation over people abusing it. Like,
for sure.
I mean, if you take 100 milligrams, 150 milligrams, or even 200 milligrams testosterone a week, you're never going to have those issues. I think back in the day when guys, whether they're bodybuilders or strength guys or just big gym rats, they would take so much testosterone that it would boost their heart rate. And then they would have problems with blood pressure because they're putting so much oil in their body. And, when you're doing 5, 6, 7, 10 times what you're supposed to, that's when you have problems. So it's kind of like vitamin C. I challenge everybody, look up side effects of vitamin C, and you're going to be like paranoid. It's like this long. They have because if someone has a reaction, they have to add that to the list.
Yeah, they do. So I don't care if it's one person.
Yeah, if I take vitamin C right now, and say if it makes me vomit and I get nauseous in my stomach for 3 days, even if I'm the only one in the whole world that happened to, they have to. If I say it and I complain, they have to put it on there. So, I mean, everything has, to a certain point, has a side effect. It doesn't matter whether it's good or bad.
An abuse factor too. I mean, right? Like you're talking about like mega doses of testosterone. Usually those guys wouldn't take estrogen blockers. Blood pressure goes up because of this. Water retention happens. Bad things. Plus, they're not monitoring their blood work, so they're not even looking at complete blood cell count, looking at the hemoglobin, hematocrit, and red blood cell count, because that's what you really want to look at. Make sure the blood's not too thick. Make sure you're good there, too, as well. I mean, it's just crazy.
Kelsey's asking, what are the top 3 supplements recommended by Titan for muscle gain? Now, are you asking for men or women?
I think it would be both.
Both?
Yeah. I mean, it would either way. If you're men or woman, either way, I mean, you're going to build muscle. So at that point, you could do MK. Obviously testosterone. I mean, it's going to set the foundation. It's not going to build a whole bunch of muscle, but it's going to put you in a good environment as far as the body goes.
I would say IGF, MK, and HRT.
IGF's a good one. Yeah. This Masamorelin that we're about to drop next week, it's coming. Masamorelin.
Well, let me guess. Is it a hardener that makes you lean?
It's an oral GHRH peptide like MK with no hunger effect. It's been FDA approved since 2017.
Ooh.
The only reason you don't see it out commercially right now is because the company couldn't sell enough bottles and they had to come back for a strategic partner, but it's still got the FDA approval.
So MK without the hunger?
Without the hunger. It works on a different mechanism to get it. So you could take both,
oh, wow.
In theory.
Yeah.
Because they work 2 different ways, both stimulating, one creating hunger and one not creating hunger. So super cool, guys. And this was the clinical studies, because it's got FDA approval. So all clinical studies are done.
Yeah.
Right. So we know it works. We can say it works. This is what it does. It was approved for adult growth hormone deficiency disorder.
Wow.
So at this point, oral, so no injections for people that don't like needles.
Yeah.
You can take it anywhere in the world. I've got a lot of people that, are obviously patients with Titan Medical Center, and they stem in all different kind of industries. I just got a phone call from MedRx, and they're firefighters out in the field fighting fires currently. And they have a medic, and the medic will do their medication. They'll do all their medication from out in the field. So it's kind of crazy where I've got like soldiers that are still out in badlands of the world, and they've got all their stuff in oral form. So wherever they travel, whatever they do, they're still going to be on point.
Too many options.
So many options.
There's so many options. You could take something and not have to work out. It makes your body think you're working out. You could take something. I mean, it's nuts. You could take some semaglutide and
it's nuts.
and lose weight and not even change what you're eating. That's just crazy. So think about it. You could take semaglutide and this new thing, and You're going to be tricking your body thinking you're working out, and you're going to be losing weight, and you're not even going to be changing anything at all.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's almost like too much of a cheat code.
It's too much of a cheat code.
I don't like the fact that it's giving people an opportunity to like literally not do nothing.
Oh, wow.
People, huh?
No, I'm saying,
No, but I mean like if it's used correctly, that's good. But I feel like a lot of times people go the opposite way. So they'll try to eat healthy.
Yeah.
They know they can't eat healthy.
Yeah.
So then they'll be like, oh, I'm just going to eat McDonald's every day, eat cheesecake every night, and take, Aries.
Yeah. They use it as a crutch.
It's good because they're losing the weight.
This is my love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah, it's like it's good because they're losing the weight, but it's like, damn, just go work out, eat healthy. Like
we want people to really change their lifestyle because that's how you get true change.
And if you need it, I'm not talking about people that need it. I'm not talking about people that's 100, 200 pounds overweight. That's different.
Right.
I'm talking about someone who wants to get tight for the summer.
Yeah.
And they're like, they've been eating broccoli and salmon for 10 weeks, and then now they're like, I'm tired of this broccoli and salmon. I'm just going to take semaglutide. I'm going to drink every night and party and eat McDonald's, and they probably look better.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. It really, truly is. I mean,
but then again, if I could take something where I could just sit on my ass and be huge and muscular, I probably would too. I love the gym, but I love the gym because of the results it gives me.
Of course.
Just imagine if they have something where you could
go get an
be
injection.
my size and not even work out. Like, just literally sit around all day and work at,
that's the ultimate
an office job and just eating ice cream and have abs and look like a professional bodybuilder. But, like, hey, give us 90 days. Watch John's have something.
I'm trying to
ask me
this
3 or 4 years ago if he would have said, yeah, we got this. I'm like, nah, there's no way they're going to have something like that. And now they are. So who knows? Next thing you know, we're going to have peptides that change your eyesight or something.
It's coming.
Yeah. See?
It's coming. I mean, they're working on a vaccine right now that it's going to, once you take it, no matter what you eat, you will not gain weight.
Mm. That's
nuts.
That's good.
Bear over on YouTube. My wife had her first consultation with you guys today. And is starting Sloop. We are both part of the Titan family now. Awesome, nice.
Bear, refresh my memory. What were you taking? I remember you were taking something before.
That's awesome. Talk. We love our Titan family. If you are part of the Titan family, man, please, you guys, we want you guys to be educated. We want you guys to know about these different therapies, get the great results. What do we got here?
High-risk foods.
All right. Are high-risk foods like meat, dairy, and seafood still being inspected? I don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't break down the foods that it was inspecting.
It broke down a little. It didn't break down the specific food, but it said, like, basically they're going to, not until September 30th, the FDA is not going to be following through with these inspections. So I'm not sure how random they are. I don't know how often they do them. Sometimes they do them more than others, but basically until September 30th. So I'm not sure how that affects food that's already out, already in the stores, already, I'm not sure when they do the inspection. Like, where does it start?
Right.
Like, does it start at the farm? Does it start at where they process? Does it start where they package it? Yeah. It seems like everything lately is getting more expensive, harder to get.
Yep.
And nothing is healthy anymore.
Yeah.
It's like even the water. Like we could have a show about water. I was watching the thing on bottled water last night. Man, a lot of these high-end waters that I thought were good were Fiji was like one of the worst ones.
I know.
And everybody always talks about Fiji. Fiji was one of the worst ones. I couldn't believe it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you think it
Team
is.
Evian, though.
Evian's good.
Yeah.
To real good pride. Sloop 332, explain this therapy versus AOD 9604. It works in a different way completely. So when you're talking about AOD 9604, this is the sequence of growth hormone that will help with weight loss, with lipolysis and lipogenesis. That means burning fat that's already there stored and using the food sources as energy and not storing fat. That's how that works, right? With Sloop 332, it's a whole different mechanism. So it has nothing to do with the sequence of growth hormone. It has no interaction with that whatsoever. So this is like I said, this is mimicking the exercise of metabolism. So your metabolism is raised when you're exercising. Your heart rate's up usually. So without raising your heart rate, right, burning and thermogenesis happens. That's how it's supposed to work. And like I said, insulin sensitivity should improve. Potential organ protections there. That metabolic health. So if you stress your metabolism, this is a really good one. So if you've been on a diet and you're one of these people that have been on a diet for 2 years and you've been in a calorie deficit, when you start introducing food back into your life, your body is not really, especially carbs. Let's say you cut carbs for 5 years and you start introducing carbs to your body is going to go in shock almost to where those carbs happen.
Yeah.
Right? So with this point, like your metabolism is not going to be, it could be damaged too if you've been on some of these diets for too long. So at that point, if you've been on some of these diets, you've damaged your metabolism is not working like it should. This is going to help balance that back out too as well, which is great. I mean, it really is. The only thing I think that's close to this as far as the metabolism raising like that, like the exercise thing, would be MOD-C. And we do have that. That's injectable. But Sloop 332 is a capsule you're taking 2 times a day. AOD, we have an oral form. I think we have an injectable again, but I know we have an oral. So both of those work very well. And you can take them together. Yeah, I was just going to say, you can take them together, which is great.
Whenever we got 2 different, working 2 different ways, taking them together kind of like works good. Like,
sure.
I've seen it with other stuff too. Like, I don't know.
Sure.
Like muscle building stuff or weight loss stuff, like 2 different mechanisms, like it works good.
Yeah.
AOD 9604 actually burns fat. So it's like actually burning.
Yes.
SLP is just.
Yes.
So it's almost like you're burning fat, mimicking your body working out.
Right.
It's like they almost should go together.
Yeah, metabolism is working, so it's good. Bear said, I'm on Hercules Potion ECA stack.
Nice.
Awesome combination. That is the ultimate pre-workout right there,
yeah,
right?
that's definitely my go-to. Where are you using the Hercules, if you don't mind me asking? Everybody has different ways to use it.
Yeah.
Buys, tries, it works everywhere.
Chest, or you're just shooting a deltoid and just going about your business. That's okay, too.
I've even seen some girls do it in their glutes.
Oh yeah, glutes. I've seen calves. I've seen it quite a few places.
The smaller the girl, the smaller the glutes, the more you'll see it too. So for girls like 120, or depending on how tall she is, but I'm saying if she's like smaller, then you're really going to see that. If a girl is 200 pounds with a huge BBL, you're not going to.
Right.
It's not even muscle. You're just putting it into whatever.
Right.
But you'll
put
definitely.
It into fat.
Yeah, you'll put it into fake substance.
Sloop 332 can be used with your pre-workout session. So you should honestly be taking that in the morning on an empty stomach, and then try to go a little bit, and at that point go ahead and work out, do whatever you want, and then take it later on that day too as well.
The Real Hokey said this is perfect for me based on the damage they experienced during COVID hospitalization.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what I was saying before. If someone gets injured or they can't do anything, they can take the SLP Sloop. So Bear's putting it wherever. Yeah, same with me. Wherever body part I'm working out.
It's a good way to think, for sure.
Every once in a while, I like to save up too. Like I go a couple weeks and I don't use it, so that when I do use it, instead of doing 1, I could do like 2 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good days.
Yeah.
Those are really solid days for sure. All right. What else we got? Anything else?
Looks like pretty much it.
All right. Upcoming events. So we've got Tampa Pro, top sponsor, Type Medical Tampa Pro, Hurricane Pro, and before that would be Olympia. And then I'm working on some other events as far as that goes for you guys. Keeping it real tight this year, and at that point, creating the group of tight nets that's coming too as well.
Oh yeah.
Olivia just signed yesterday. I've got some other girls in the mix. We're going to create a super strong team this year of Titans and tight nets.
Tight nets.
It's gonna be awesome. So I'm very happy about it.
Oh yeah, Bear, you are the guy with the buffalo.
Oh, nice.
He says he's on a buffalo hunt. Which I'm definitely.
Yeah.
I love buffalo.
Yeah,
Bison
no,
meat's
that's
good.
awesome.
You probably got that good bear. I almost said bear meat.
Yeah.
Buffalo meat out there too. I think you're out. I'm not sure where you're from, but someplace where there's buffalo. So
Yeah.
There's no buffaloes in Florida. Not for sure. Is there buffaloes in Florida?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know. I really don't know.
Just gators.
Yeah,
Gators everywhere.
Gators, snakes.
Yeah.
What else we got here? All kinds
You
of
see gators
things.
over here. You see gators over here, and it's not even a big deal. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be driving by an apartment complex. I'll have a little pond out back. You'll see a gator. It's like, whatever. Yeah, Bear, you said your wife. Yeah, that was the guy. His wife was the one that killed the
Oh, nice. The buffalo?
badass wife right there.
Nice.
She took down a buffalo.
That's what I'm talking about. That's good, man. Get yourself a good woman. Congrats.
That's a lot
on
of meat.
that.
How many
Absolutely.
pounds? That's a lot of meat. So the Hokie says he's going to do both of them, AOD and
Nice.
SLU.
Nice.
Sloop, what do you call it? Sloop?
Sloop.
Sloopy. It
332.
looks like Sluppy. Sloopy.
So they were calling it Slurpee. The
Slurpee.
girls were like, "Oh, is that Slurpee?" I know it's Sloop.
Sloop.
I know it's kind of weird, some of these names that you guys see. So And AZ Hunt will be in South Dakota. Oh, nice.
Yeah, South Dakota.
Does Gator have good protein? I don't know how good protein source it is.
I have never had gator meat. I've been offered it. I've even seen it.
I love gator tails.
I think every once in a while Publix will have like was it Publix? Wow, 500 pounds.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of meat, dude.
It's a lot of meals because I do 10 ounces of meals, so that's like 400 and something meals, man.
Wow. Whew. Got some in the freezer, I guess.
It's like one meal every day for a year or more.
All right, guys. I think that's it. I think we've answered all the questions. Told you guys the events. One of our topics.
SLU Sloop is the new therapy of the week. Catch a discount on that. 727-389-3220. If you want to mimic your body working out without working out, so you could take Sloop and just sit down, and it's telling your body, "I'm working out," even though you're not. So go for a walk on this. It's almost like working out for a couple hours. Yeah. Check us out on Facebook next week. Also Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you hit the bell on YouTube so you're notified of videos like this. And as always, subscribe and check out the podcast. I'll be back next week.